Obviously, very disappointed with how we played as a football team. I thought that we did not control either side of the ball, line of scrimmage, and I thought that was a key. Whoever offense and defensive lines played the best would have the advantage in this game. We didn't get much movement offensively, and we didn't get much penetration defensively. I thought that was a big part of the overall picture. From an offensive standpoint, turning the ball over 4 or 5 times is never acceptable against anybody, and there's no way you should even be in a game when you turn the ball over that much. And I thought the defense did a great job in the first half, keeping them off the board for the most part. You know, there were some drives and there were some points, but I think the defense was on the field 4 times or 5 times as much as the offense. So that was, you don't want to put them in that situation. I think from a defensive standpoint, at the end, when we started missing tackles and throwing our body instead of wrapping, I thought that was big. That was a big problem for us. You know, we can play better than that, and fortunately we get another chance to play these guys again to show it.
So, tough loss tonight, obviously, but where are you guys at right now mentally? And then you kind of spoke about the defense, but what are maybe some other positives that you can take away from this game and going into next week?
Well, I think one positive that you have to be careful that you say it's a positive because you get behind, but our kids never quit. You know, people were talking about, well, it seemed like the sideline was down. Yeah, the sideline was down. We're down 27-0, and you know, we come back and all of a sudden it's 27-14, and it's a different football game. That's the kind of football team that we have, and that, you know what, never quitting gives you a chance every time. And another positive, I think, is this is not a league game. You know, we're still 0-0 in the league. So as bad as it is right now, it can get a whole lot better by going out and winning a game in the league, and all of a sudden now we're first place in the league. So, you know, I'd love to be able to forget this. I won't for a long time. But one of the things that I think we teach and that we've learned is everything is an opportunity to learn and grow. We're going to watch the tape, we're going to get better, we're going to learn from it. We'll be a better football team because of it.
Who were some guys tonight that you thought like stood out in the performance?
Sure. Number 1 on the kickoff return, Miles, number 20, Miles Harris was awesome. He had a couple of great returns. He finished every one hard, physical, showed speed, toughness, acceleration. Very happy with him. Trey Davis, number 13, the wide receiver. That touchdown play was spectacular. And we tried to get him the ball a couple different ways earlier in the game, but we just, you know, we didn't do it. We didn't get that done. But he showed why we're trying to get him the ball, because once he gets the ball in his hands, he's devastating. So those are 2 guys that really stood out. And the third guy, from a defensive standpoint, we got Corey Moore had an interception, on a really nice interception. He almost had 2, and then he had a fumble recovery and returned that for a touchdown. So those were obviously big plays. Now, you got to be disciplined. You can't spike the ball and get a 15-yard penalty, but that was a play that had a chance to turn the game around.
And it looked like you guys were starting to get some rhythm in the second half. What were you doing, either just execution or play calling wise, to kind of put your guys in those positions for success?
More than anything else, it was execution. I think from our quarterback standpoint, Chase felt more comfortable at that point in the game. if you watched him early, he probably was a little anxious in the pocket, ran a few early that he probably could have stayed in and thrown, and then fumbled a couple times. So he was executing better in that fourth quarter, and that was a big part of it for us. Then we were protecting him a little bit better. So it's you know what? It's never one guy. It's always a team problem or a team function of great effort. So I think we just got better.
And like you mentioned, just kind of keeping the defense on the field. You guys had a few turnovers, some short drives. How challenging is it for a defense just to kind of get up when they're on the field back to back to back to back?
It really is. I think the best guys have a down, moment when that happens. I think that you look at, they had one touchdown in all those short fields. That's really good. That's really good. And obviously you'd like to keep them off the board completely. But when we punted the ball down to the 1 yard line, they got 2 first downs and punted. You know what I mean? So when you give them the ball in the 25, 2 first downs is inside the 5. It's a huge difference. So, we just can't turn the ball over.
It looked like you guys were 4 for 11 on third down conversions tonight. What's something that you think you guys need or can do to improve on getting that number up, just to start sustaining some drives a little bit more?
Well, the third downs need to be shorter, first of all. You need to, and when they're shorter, you need to get push up front, which we didn't really get a lot of push up front. So it's hard to run the ball in those situations. I think we ran for 1 first down and a 3rd and short. But if it's 3rd and 10 all the time, you're not going to convert those. And obviously in the first half, I don't think we converted any. It was really bad. So got to get a rhythm. That was kind of one of the things I tried to do in the first half, was give Chase a chance to get in a rhythm, and the turnovers really stopped that.